Hello everyone. Today my screencast that I'm going to share with you is about your assignment where you will be creating visual charts for the different concepts that you're learning. And so I'm going to show you today how to use PowerPoint. I had a teacher who had a great tutorial on how to use PowerPoint to do this, and I thought it was a great avenue. So let me show you how to do it. It will also show you what one looks like, and in addition to this, there is a list of examples that I've included in our newsletter for the week, and you can also find it by the assignments. So I'm in my PowerPoint, and I'm going to do a couple of things to get it ready. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just leave it blank, and I did that by going to my layout and clicking a blank slide. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to design. I'm going to custom my design or my slide to be a portrait. And so I'm just going to maximize that, and you'll see that I have a portrait now. So we're going to go back to my home, and I'm going to show you how I do this. Let me just make it a little bit bigger for you to see. There we go. So here we go with our assignment. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to insert a title, and I can do that by inserting a text box. So here's my text box. I'm going to center it, and I'm going to do decimals, decimal visual chart. Okay, and with a visual chart, what you're doing, what you've been asked to do, is to take your textbook section by section, and we're going to include the main ideas that accompany decimals. And so you're going to do steps, and I'm going to show you different ways to make this a little bit easier. So the next thing I'm going to do is insert a table. So I'm going to go to the insert button right here. I'm going to insert my table, and we're going to do a 2x3 table. And that is because there are 6 sections. And the nice thing about PowerPoint is that we can really customize it without having to worry about formatting. It's just a little bit more friendly than using, let's get all the way down here, than using a Word document. Okay, let's see, I'm gonna okay, we have our 3 things, and I don't want any color in it, so I'm going to go into my shading. I'm going to say, actually, I think I can click on one over here that would be more appropriate. I'm just going to go ahead and go with that one, just because it's a little bit easier to read than having the blue. We can also do no fill, and that's probably the best option for us. So let me move this up a little bit more. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And that way. There we go. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to title each of our pages. So let's center these, and we're just going to go by the main idea. We have addition of decimals. We have subtraction of decimals. We have multiplication. And we have division of decimals, excuse me. And we have, let me make sure I have the right title for the percents. We have just percent, and then we have solving of with percents. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to give those a little bit more definition. Maybe make the font size a little bit bigger. And we're ready to, I'm going to fix by percent. And let's start filling it in. So if we go to addition of decimals, I'm just going to write my steps. We want this to be helpful. When you look at it, you automatically know. I'm going to unbold that now. All right. So the first step is to line up the decimals. Second step is to add in columns. And the third step is carry by tens. Next, something that I find really helpful is to use a handy tool. Let's see if I have my textbook up. Perfect. A handy tool on PCs is the snipping tool. It allows me to just take a little snippet. So this example, I'm going to take a snippet of it. I'm going to do a new one, and I'm going to highlight this example right here. It's going to copy it for me, and I'm going to insert that right into my PowerPoint. And voila, I have all the steps for addition, and then I have an example. I'm going to do the same thing with subtraction of decimals. So subtraction of decimals, the steps being, I'm going to pull those up really fast. The biggest on top. That does not get capitalized. Then we have line up decimals, subtract, and columns. Borrow by tens, and the strongest wins. And if that's not helpful, you could just say negative or positive. We need to determine that. And then I can go back to my textbook, use my snipping tool, and pull up an example. And there we go. I'm going to insert that right here. Now with this assignment, you're not submitting these visual charts. These are for you to use, and so you're going to be accumulating them throughout. You will be submitting a quiz on whether you did it or not, but definitely take the time to make some nice visual charts throughout the year, or the semester, sorry. And like I said, it needs to cover all of the main headings of the textbook chapter. And you might want to add some special notes if there's something unique that you need to remember when you're doing it. Let's say, okay, I really need to remember to line up those decimals. That's a really important thing. You can maybe bold it or do a different color to make it really pop so that you know that you need to remember that. Additionally, you don't have to use PowerPoint. You can use Word, Microsoft Word, or you can handwrite these. Whatever you want. I just think that this is probably one of the easiest ways to do it. So I would definitely, if you have PowerPoint accessibilities, encourage you to do that. And your decimal visual charts should look something like this, and it will be helpful for you, especially as you prepare for your exam next week and for your final exam. You'll have all these visual charts to study from. So I hope that this helped you and it was beneficial for you to see an example. So check out the examples on my page, and good luck.